show you're about to hear is called Getting Ready with Shell, and it's a show about conversations with my wife as she's getting ready for work, going to the store, whatever she's getting ready for, in front of the makeup mirror, doing her hair, all the way up to the point where she blow dries her hair. As soon as she starts blowing drying her hair, show's over. So enjoy Getting Ready with Shell.
Hello, and welcome to Getting Ready with Shell, the pop culture show about nothing and everything all at once.
My dinner. Shh. I'm starting recording. Shh. It's like running a group home. Let's be quiet.
Brian did it.
You want cookies?
He started it.
Let me record this. Here we go. Apparently
He's looking at me.
It's making perverted thoughts. Let me start this show. Do you know that it's been recording for about 10 minutes?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. All right, here we go.
Oh. Wait, I need a soda.
No, Ma. Sit down.
It's right here.
Can we please do the show?
He'll be on there. He won't even let his poor mother get anything to drink.
No.
There's water in this cup over here.
Yes, there is. But
Do you want a soda? You have a
I
soda.
have a soda.
Drink it from the bottle.
Where is my Pepsi?
What Pepsi?
I came home with a Pepsi.
Oh, God.
Don't worry about it. I've got soda.
All right. Do you have cups?
Yes. This is Command Central right here.
Hi, and welcome to Getting Ready with Shell, the show that Shelley gets to do so she has something to talk about with her friends. Due to a wonderful listener named Keith, thank you, Keith, for listening to the Getting Ready with Shells. Shelley is now aware that her voice is sultry, and therefore she's dying to do a new show.
Sultry.
Sultry.
Yeah, say something sultry.
Sultry. S-U-L.
I don't know what to
Not
say.
spell it, say something. And I'll introduce our guests in a minute. I'm sorry, everyone. Go ahead.
Thank you, Keith, for listening to the show.
Yes, thank you.
That's lovely. That was very nice. There's a
No, we're not talking about things that people can't see, Mother. Just so you guys know, we have my mother and my brother in the room. Miss Linda is over here.
Hi.
Linda's Urbanator.
Hi.
And Brian's Urbanator.
Howdy.
And we came here for this weekend to visit them before heading to my sister's to pick up everything. But Shelley will explain that because this is her shows, not mine. Tell them what we're doing. Miss Sultry.
We're going to, we wanted to plan a trip to go to Virginia and pick up some things that we have in storage. And so we took a detour through Western Maryland to see Kevin's mom and brother and spend some time with them. And then we'll head to Virginia and pick up some things at Kevin's sister's. And our daughter's going to come up from Roanoke to see us. So, it'll be nice. We'll be able to see some old friends and family and things before we head back up to Connecticut.
And in doing so, we thought it would be nice to... Mom, you have to put the magazine away because the paper noise really gets annoying to people listening. So you either leave the magazine alone or we're putting it back in the home. Brian, please don't touch your mother.
Encourage her.
But we're going to interview you guys. We thought it would be nice for this show.
Okay, what you want to know?
You could have the first question.
I didn't know we were interviewing anybody.
How long have you lived in this location?
How long have I lived?
Brian.
I'm 4 years old. 4. Count 'em.
These people are related to Kevin. I'm just married into the family.
No blood relative whatsoever. So I've not been tainted with this.
Well, how long have you lived in this particular house?
Okay, since 2000, the end of 2003.
So,
Beats me. How long is that?
13 years.
13 years.
No, it's 2015. 12 years.
12 years, okay.
12 years ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like 12 years, it seems like 12 minutes.
And you live in a house that's right by the main drag of 215.
Yes, 219.
Like I said.
That's
And you enjoy it?
I love Garrett County, but I'd like to not live right smack on the main drag.
219.
Because
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe the road dust that we get in this house.
Yeah, and the noise. And
Yes, and the noise.
Yeah.
Oh. So the TV goes constantly so that I have some relief from the cars whooshing by.
Yeah.
And that I pray for every siren.
You pray for every siren?
Yeah,
To
the
hear a siren?
ambulances.
Or because of the fact that
When
we're
the-
Catholic and
when
you...
the ambulance goes by, I say prayers for the people.
Now, what if they're just being rude and trying to beat traffic to get
That's
to,
all
like,
right, 'cause
Wendy's?
God will send the prayers where they need to go.
Yeah.
That's what I figure.
And what do you do for a living, Brian?
I'm 4 years old.
What do you do?
That's all I know.
Well, what do you do? Tonight you
No
did something.
Espanol. No English. No.
You volunteer.
I don't speak
I
Spanish.
I
I said.
volunteer. I help out friends, and
Get
I
paid
take
for it.
good care of my mother. And I stay close to the church.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
That's a good
Tonight
thing.
we went to a spaghetti type of dinner setup,
The community supper.
a community supper.
Yeah.
My mom is very not religious based, faith based, as am I, and as we all are in the room. And but she helps in the church, and Brian helps in the church. So we went to a church, and I'll tell you what, I don't care what you've heard in the past, Catholics make damn good spaghetti.
Yeah, that's for sure. Of course, we have some Italian family cooks.
Yeah, it was
Well, you-
rotini, but not spaghetti. but
Oh,
yes,
so
okay.
sorry.
I love that rotini.
With
That was
meat
so
sauce.
Good. We came
And I won a bet tonight.
Yeah, it was
What
delicious.
was the bet?
I won a gentleman's bet tonight with the cook, Justy, that he said
Weisty.
Whisty.
Whisty is the name of the cook.
Whisty.
I ate food from a man whose name is Whisty.
Whisty.
Gwisty.
Yes, Guisti.
Oh, that's
Whisty.
Italian.
Yes,
Yeah.
very.
What did you bet?
Okay, he said that there'd be 125 or under amount of people there tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and I bet there'd be 126 or up, and there was a total of 157 people
Wow.
there tonight.
You should have
So I
bet.
bet him a gentleman's bet.
Yeah, the
and I won
dollar.
$1.
But my point is you should have bet $1 per person over, and you should have bet $1 per person under.
No, before we were just going to bet a beer.
That would have been 27.
Is that a larger amount of people than you usually get?
It's usually in the wintertime we hardly get a bunch. You know,
Oh,
we get
yeah.
57 or something like
Yeah.
that. Because the roads are bad and
Right.
people don't get there. But in the summertime, they roll out because it's good weather.
Yeah,
And
you don't have
it's
to worry
light
about the
longer
roads
and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And we are right now. For those who want to know where we are, and want to invade my mother's home.
Yay!
No, we're very close to Deep Creek, Maryland. Very close to Deep Creek. And if you don't know where Deep Creek is, it's probably the biggest creek, actually / lake.
It's a
in-
lake,
It's a
not
lake.
a creek.
Deep Creek Lake.
Thank you, honey, and thanks for saying it in a way that makes me feel so unimportant and small that
We're
I have to
almost
see
in
the
West
therapist.
Virginia, I think, right?
We are almost in
West Virginia.
So it's the biggest lake in Maryland.
Yes, it's a good long. I don't remember now. I
It's a
used
couple
to know
miles.
this.
Oh, and
There
Kevin.
was, I used to 64 mile.
64 miles?
Yes,
Around the circumference.
I guess because it's huge.
I went to see my psychiatrist today, and
Thank you, Brian. So, Mom,
I gave him 3 records. Pink Floyd.
And he says, "Now I know why you're late."
all our listeners now know why.
I gave him a nice pair, which collects their two first albums.
Yeah.
Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
Okay,
and Songs
good.
Were Full of Secrets.
Lots of
Metal,
Pink Floyd's metal.
and Obscured by Clouds
Nice. And he took those?
on record.
So your psychiatrist
I
is
told
taking
him-
gifts from his clients?
Well, I told him I
that's
was
not
clearing
good.
out my record collection,
Yeah,
and
this is-
he wanted my Pink Floyd records if I was getting rid of
You're
any.
getting
Did he pay for them?
No, I just gave them to him
Well, see,
You were going to make your brother
You were going to
No,
make
I'm
me pay
teasing.
for them.
I'm teasing.
because you got money.
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't. We don't have any
he
money.
has less money than you have.
Sam-
Speaking
No.
of money, can we go ahead and tell the listening audience our worst, just for a second, our worst week ever?
Oh, I hope it wasn't this week.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
No.
But you're not included in the worst part of it.
Yes, I am. That's why it's the worst.
No, it's because the dog, our poor dog Elsa, most of you know Elsa from hearing her past shows and then pictures and blah, blah, had to be put down, and we'll tell you why. Ma, in the podcast world, you don't ruin the story for...
I didn't say it out
You
loud.
said something.
May I tell it since it's getting ready with Shell? and I hardly got to say
Right.
anything.
It's called smacking your mother around right now.
Damn thing since we turned it on.
Tell the story.
Well, our beautiful Elsa girl, 11 years old, beautiful lab mix.
It happened at 4 a.m., honey.
I know. Friday morning, she had a little stroke. Not a little stroke, a big stroke.
Severe stroke.
Yeah, she fell off the bed and she couldn't walk. She was drooling and panting and just all kinds of terrible things, and just didn't know where she was. So we took her to an emergency vet, and they said it could be a couple of different things, and they wanted to, keep her and observe and see what's going on. And it could have been either something that had to do, like, in the front part of the brain, like with her ears and stuff, or the back part of the brain. If it was the back part of the brain, that was the worst thing.
Yes.
And it ended up being the back part of the brain, and so she wasn't going to regain her ability to walk or anything like that again, and so we decided that we would put her down. So we did that on Saturday morning. That was really hard. She was
hard.
Our beautiful girl.
She
So
certainly was beautiful.
yeah, she was a funny, goofy girl, and we loved her very dearly. So it's been really rough.
The hard thing was when they brought her out, they had her basically in what's called a puppy suitcase, and there was 2 handles on this thing. Have you said this already? And I wasn't paying attention.
No.
And they brought her out and they put her on the floor for us, and she couldn't stand up, and she had her head tilted. One eye was messed up.
Yeah, she was blind in one eye by then. I mean, her pupil was large, and
Gone.
I think she recognized us. She could recognize our voices,
Yeah,
but she
that's
just
right.
kept looking around, and her head was moving around. And she was panting. I don't think she
knew who we were.
No, and she was panting from
Yeah.
fear, I'll bet.
Yeah.
And it was the hardest decision ever, but at the same time, it was kind of easy knowing that I didn't want Elsa just sitting in the house drooling, wondering who the heck
Didn't
we
want her
were
to
or where we were going.
Yeah, they said we could take her home like that,
Yeah.
and
With
maybe
us.
she would recover in a few months. Maybe she wouldn't, but I don't think she would have.
No,
Yeah.
not with that bad.
Yeah.
Serious.
And she was just the night before, we were out in the yard running and
Yeah.
chasing the ball, and I just couldn't stand the thought of her not being able to do that.
Right.
So,
It's very sad.
so
Well, the good news, though, is that you got diagnosed with fibromyalgia
That's the good
not this
news.
week.
since we've recorded
Oh
a show.
yeah, that's true.
So,
About 5 weeks ago.
yep.
Yeah, it answers questions though about pain that I've always had and I can't get rid of, and some other things that I have going on. So to answer some questions, and at least I know what's going on. And the one thing that I like is the rheumatologist that diagnosed me wasn't one of those guys that wants to just push drugs.
Yeah.
The first thing that he wanted me to do, he told me to do Tai Chi.
Oh, very
So we
good.
are looking for Chi to tie.
So my daughter had a Tai Chi video, so I've been trying to do Tai Chi, and he laughs at me.
Because she's trying to do the Karate Kid kind of moves, and
Well,
it's so
I have to do
cute.
what they say because it's slow
But she's
movement.
looking back at me like,
Because I know he's going to make fun of me.
I'm not, until you keep looking at me, and then it's like putting quarters in the machine. Of course you're going to get a chocolate. So,
That's cool. We
Definitely
took
do
Tai
it.
Chi up here until the teacher, she had a bad back problem.
Oh,
and
gosh.
didn't speak well of Tai Chi because
Yeah.
she had to quit.
what was terrible is we kept ordering chai teas and nothing.
That's what I said. That's why I said chai tea, and my rheumatologist says, "Well, chai tea's good for you too." I said, "I'm a Tai Chi," but I think it helps, and it's painful, but I can, I think the movement is good,
Yes.
and he said absolutely no kind of aerobic exercise whatsoever, anything like that. So I have to see him. I was supposed to see him on Friday morning, but then I had to cancel my appointment because of Elsa. So we'll see what he says then. But
And again, we take this second to apologize for the vehicles traveling back and forth, but we will be right back after this message.
Commercials.
Brian, you're on commercial.
Commercial? Come on.
Pop-Tart, get your Pop-Tart. Nice and hot. Get your Pop-Tart.
Hey, you ever sit around the house and wonder, hey, what's going on with news or anything exciting?
I do.
How about if you sat around the house and you thought, hey, what movies are out right now? Or what does somebody have for show and tell?
If you've ever wondered any of that, you can listen to our show, Please Stand By.
And come along with us as we journey down all of those items to tell you what's going on with us.
Because you care about us.
As you should.
Right.
Or you better. www.zerbinator.wordpress.com. Come by there for all your podcasting needs.
I'll take one, young man.
So took the lady in the blue.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Getting Ready with Shell. That was Brian's Pop-Tart commercial and a real one. So
do the coughing one. Daddy has a hacking cough and Mommy has a racking cough and Granny has a little tickle.
welcome back to Getting Ready with Shell.
That was a real commercial.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we still have more questions, and then we unfortunately have to wrap up this show.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can
But-
shut up now.
No, that's fine.
I have a question.
Please.
Tell us one thing that stands out in your memory, a very funny story about Kevin, anytime during his life from the birth to now.
And don't you dare say your marriage.
The way he used to hang out the window and sneak out the house and drop down from 2 stories. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was hysterical. If I'd known about it, he'd be headless this day.
And he was only 13 or something.
You thought you were getting away with it, too.
Me and my buddy Pat Kane used to go from yard to yard, but we would meet down at the library in the middle of the night, and then we would go from one edge of a suburban block to the other edge of the suburban block, only through the backyards of people,
Really
climbing
cute.
fences.
Just really cute.
Well, we wanted to do something exciting, and it was very Mission Impossible.
Broke all that's
I don't want to hear
lights.
about things. I don't want to hear about bad things I did. We're talking about funny things.
That's-
Funny,
that was
something
funny.
funny,
Something
something
funny.
It
comical.
was funny that you lived. That was what was funny.
Tell him something funny.
Kevin, I don't know anything funny.
You got your other son here.
Excuse me.
Do you know anything funny?
No, I mean like that's what's
Oh, come on.
Or a sweet memory or something.
Ain't no way in hell you're
kind
going to
of-
find one of them.
There's when Christmas time rolled around, he would always come down and open up everything in sight.
Isn't that a sweet memory?
And so Bruce and I were trying to figure out ways to keep him from going in to keep opening up all the packages. So we kept putting stuff on the stairs. Just, if it looked like he couldn't get over it or around it without making noise, we would have done our job. Always.
Oh, I Mission Impossible that too. Whose idea was it to put the stupid mouse traps in the boxes? Was that yours?
No.
Dad
Mouse traps.
there was mouse traps in the boxes one year.
Oh, God, Bruce.
No, it was my dad. I thought it was your idea for a second.
No, why would I do that? You're a musician. I'm going to put mouse traps in a box.
What does that mean? I'm going to play some old
I'll never play piano again.
or walk downstairs on my hands. Why would I play piano? How do you go down the stairs? Well, what? So you
You
have
said it was in the boxes.
no, but these boxes were on the steps.
Then you open the boxes to get the mouse traps. You'd have to use your hands. And
Why would I open boxes on the steps when I want to look around? They were doing that so I'd fall down the steps.
Oh, well, I don't know.
No, so you'd make noise.
Yeah, that's
all.
what that was about.
You knocked the box over and it would make noise with
There
the
was mouse
trap
traps in there.
snapping. I guess that's what he had in mind. When you knocked the box, the mouse trap would snap and bounce around and
Cut off my little wee testicles, and then I'd be singing choir boys. And anyway, so no sweet memories.
They're all sweet.
Oh, good.
They're all sweet. What do you know?
All right, do you want me to tell you a sweet story about my mom?
Yes.
Okay, we were driving. This should be on the. This I was saving this for the dumb things I did when I was a kid thing, but it's not a dumb thing I did. Actually, it's a wonderful thing I did because you told me to do it. Remember the time that we were
car.
and we were driving in the car and you freaked out Well, you did not freak out.
No.
But we were driving, and we were going down probably...
The gas pedal was stuck.
Oh.
gas pedal
down.
got stuck underneath the car mat.
Oh my goodness.
And we were gaining speed, and it was like 70?
I don't know. We were up there.
oh
and
my goodness.
we were on Glebe Road in the middle of Arlington.
Oh my gosh.
Suburban/city. Wait
Well,
for Mom to
yeah,
put down the
it's
keys. Put down the keys. Mom, put your keys down.
My pocket.
Just put them. We're recording the noise that my mother makes.
I'm not you.
It's okay. I'll protect you.
No, thank you.
Bad man.
Oh, good boy.
Bad man.
So the car is going 70 miles an hour down Glebe Road in the middle of suburban city life, town, country. So we're driving, and then she says, Kevin, and I go, yes. Mommy, the cars are going by so fast.
Yeah,
She's-
we had a good time.
She said, I want you to lean down and carefully pull up the gas pedal. I didn't know gas pedal from
I
nothing.
said, do you see the long, skinny
Well,
pedal?
how old was I?
I don't know, you were 4 or 5, somewhere around in
4 or 5? And
Thank goodness that was before the car seats when the kids would have been strapped
Yeah.
Oh,
in, you
yeah.
know?
Yes, that's for true.
Were you
That's
wearing
true.
seatbelts?
No.
No, we didn't have
No,
to wear
not back
seatbelts.
then.
So I reached down and I grabbed what I thought was it, and it came up, and then she slammed on the brakes, and we went, "Ah!"
Slam on the brakes.
You had to. We would have been dead. We were going to hit a car.
We were coming up close, but we managed doing that and slowing the car down, and very able to stop calmly.
Well, when I peeled my face from the windshield on the inside,
No, you didn't.
I started crying
Oh, you
instantly.
just burst into tears.
Oh.
because
so
I didn't know what was what,
Yeah.
and that was neat. For some reason, I think that was sweet.
It was very dear, really. I'm very proud of you because
So there, now we both are proud of each other, and we're still here to tell the story.
What are you looking like? I'm gonna punch him in the face.
I didn't see anything.
No, you didn't say anything. I said he looked like that.
Brian looked like that.
Well, one thing that I've always gotten, from Kevin is the wonderful stories about Halloweens and
Yes.
Oh gosh, yeah.
and things like that. So that's one of the fond memories that he always talks about from
Explain what they
from
are.
home.
We did a
Go ahead,
Well, have you ever remembered?
Ma.
what?
Explain.
Explain?
Explain the Halloweens.
Oh, we had in the front. Well, started out in the house, and then Joe Borowski broke the window.
Oh, leave it up to Joe.
He had the axe. He was who was the guy with the axe and the funny face?
Joe.
No.
Jason.
Jason. That's who he was. He was dressed up to be, and he had a real axe, right? And he was supposed to stand on the porch and gesture
Gesture and tap on
Yeah.
the glass.
to make everybody who was going through the house panic.
Yeah.
And of course, he just did a wild move, and there goes the window, all shot to hell.
And you remember it was a poor little black kid that came in there, and Joe standing at the window and just like took the axe and went and broke it into the window, and the kid's like, ah! And he just ran through the house.
Oh.
Oh boy, that poor kid.
I don't think he's ever recovered. That
He
child.
recovered and came back. He was the one who came back and played the Grim Reaper one year.
Okay.
In the front yard.
Okay, well that's good.
Nathan, I
That
think his
was-
name was Nathan. He was a cute kid.
And he was the lady who worked up front in the drugstore. It was his son, her son.
Yeah,
Bryna.
Bryna. That's
Bryna's
right,
child.
Bryna.
It was
Yeah.
Bryna's child who did that.
Thank you.
Screamed his head off.
Remember.
He was just a little kid, then he came back to play Grim Reaper because he thought that was the coolest thing.
Oh, that's great.
That made him an official Halloween Haunted House fan. If you guys will go through ruining your own house for
Yeah.
my entertainment,
I get
I'll
to-
be back next year.
I'll come and help you. Really, I will. Then when that happened and a couple of other mistakes that cost us money,
Yeah.
and so we moved out into
the front yard.
and Kevin took over decorating. Mm-hmm. And the coolest thing was the plastic tunnel.
Oh yeah, we took PVC pipe. Are you okay?
He's got to go to bed. He's so tired.
I got closed up too.
You yawn like,
The whole house is going to disappear.
yeah. I'm surprised you didn't create a black hole vortex in the entire living room.
Does the stories bore you?
Can't stand
We
it.
took, really quickly, guys, I'm sorry, we took PVC pipe and we connected like 2 or 3 of them and then arced them, and then we took,
in the ground.
stuck them in the ground with rebar, and then put the rebar in the ground and then put the PVC pipe ends on top there. And then we took it, and we made like 4 or 5 half circles like that. And then we took the tarp and threw it over, and then that became a tunnel.
And it got plastic bags that were torn in shreds.
Right.
Hanging
And
down.
hung it down the middle.
And when you went into a black tunnel and you hit
You
those-
felt that, yeah.
Oh, and then add the fog machine.
And the fog machine was another cool thing.
That was in the tunnel, and it just,
Yeah.
you couldn't see anything.
You just had to trust that they weren't going to kill you while you were in there.
I loved it. I loved
yeah.
our haunted. So we did that. Mike Groshon was in those for 13 years because he just mentioned it on another show.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Horror Nights, Zerbinator Horror Nights, for those interested.
Cool.
Oh, and since I was in a giving mood today, I gave Shelley a Boys to Men CD.
You did?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Captain Segway.
It's
I
okay.
love Boys to Men.
So,
It has no cover
That's okay.
That's all
cover
right.
to it. Or,
and then Mom reprimands me.
Ew.
What are you
I
doing?
didn't do anything.
Brian, go upstairs and see your psychiatrist. All right. Well, that's the end. That's the end of today's show. Where you going? We're in the middle of a podcast. You don't just
I'm
get up
trying
and
to
walk
sit
out.
up.
Oh,
I'm
I thought
trying
you
to
were
sit
getting up
up.
to walk out. All right. Well,
That's it. Show's over.
That's it. And Brian, Shelley has to dry her hair, which you'll hear in a minute. But we're sorry it took so long to do a show with Shelley. Obviously, she didn't do much today.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say?
No, I just go to Zerbinator.wordpress.com to catch Kevin's other shows, and
There you go.
we'll do one of these every once in a while.
We'll do another one soon.
Yeah.
Where you're actually getting ready for something.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's nice.
We're just
Yeah.
checking in.
Yeah.
And we thought it would be nice for you guys to meet
Yeah,
the rest of our family.
Of the family.
Yeah.
Yanni Joe over here.
Yanni.
Get it? Because you were yawning.
I have Yanni.
He does.
Don't give
He's
me
got
any
everything.
Yannis.
No.
I have Angelus, too.
There's nothing that this kid doesn't have. When they ask for music, that's what he comes, steps forward and provides.
Thank you so much for listening.
And we'll see you next time.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.
All of Zerbinator's music and podcasts are under the Creative Commons license, which allows retelling and rebroadcasting as long as the author is notified and credited. For more great escape pods, please visit www.zerbinator.wordpress.com. If you would like to contact Zerbinatorland, you can send an email to instrumentally@gmail.com or give us a call at 571-408-ZERB or 9372.